Hey, what is going on, guys? Xpertfusion here, and welcome to my review of Season 6, Episode 4 of The Walking Dead, which was titled, Here's Not Here. So, this is either a love-hate episode for a lot of people. People either really loved it, or really hated it. And the reason why people hated it is because they might have thought it was too slow, a little bit boring, you know, the fact that it was just Morgan instead of, Rick and them. But I have to say, as much as this wasn't, a good episode, like it wasn't like, oh, holy shit, this is insane, we needed the episode. We really did. I mean, after those 3 episodes of just non-stop action, we needed an episode like this to just take a breather and just enjoy it, because we needed the character development from Morgan in this episode to know what Morgan was through. We needed to find out how Morgan went from being insane in Season 3 to thinking all life is precious now in Season 6. We needed this episode, or else Morgan wouldn't get it. And it was very similar to Season 5, where they had the first 3 episodes were just really action-packed and insane, and then Episode 4 was based on Beth only, and it was just totally for character development and developing Beth's character, just like they did here, developing Morgan's character. I think we definitely needed this episode, and as much as it was pretty boring for a good amount of it, there was only some scenes I was actually interested in, but it was a needed episode. We need episodes like this. Every season is going to have it. And looking at the trailer for next week's episode, it does look like we're going to get back into the action with a No Way Out coming soon. And I actually really liked Eastman's character. I thought he was a really good character. Of course, he's dead now, but I really liked his character. He was a very calm comedy guy. He made jokes about everything. One of my favorite scenes in the episode was when he was asking Morgan what his name was, and he was just like, "Kill me," and then he's like, "Oh, that's not a very good name. You should probably change that." I thought that was pretty funny. But Eastman, he was a cool character for the time we got it. Weird name though. I never heard of the name Eastman. And then his goat, of course, which ended up dying, which was pretty sad. Whenever they bring in animals in The Walking Dead, they always die. Of course, they always give the animal a name, and then they just kill it off, and it's like, all right, it's dead. It kind of sucks when that happens, but I thought the episode was really well done, and it was written by Scott and Gimple, which he does write the good episodes that are. He writes the character development episodes. He writes the episodes that are very important for character development, not as much for the plot. Like, he wrote episode 312, season 3, episode 12, the episode with Morgan, which is called Clear. He wrote that episode, which was a very well done character development episode. He wrote Pretty Much Dead Already, which was in season 2, which is also very big on character development for Shane. And he just writes all the big character development episodes. He's a great writer. And I thought the writing in this episode was really well done. That's one problem I've been having with Season 6. The first 3 episodes, they were great. The action pack, all the action packs, all that stuff was amazing. I just didn't like the writing. I just want them to have an episode where Scott and Gimple writes it, and it's very action packed. And they did have plenty of those episodes before, like the episode when Merle died. That was written by him, and it was also very action packed. They need episodes like that, because an episode that is written well and action packed is a good episode, in my opinion. Is a great episode in my opinion. So Scott and Gimple, amazing writer. Actually, no, he is the best writer out of all the writers for The Walking Dead. And I think he should write, honestly, I think he should write all the episodes. I would love if he just wrote every episode, but of course that's not how they do it. They have a whole list on Wikipedia if you guys want to see what person is the main director for each episode, and who writes each of the episodes. It's usually Scott and Gimple for like the bigger episodes, like the premieres and the finales and stuff like that, and then it's just some random other person for each and every other episode. But episode 3 in particular, I didn't like the writing with like Michonne, but we're not talking about episode 3 here. We're talking about Morgan, and I love the writing. Man, that scene really surprised me in the beginning when Morgan just stuck that stick in that guy's throat. I was like, holy shit. I knew Morgan was insane, but when he said clear, I didn't know he meant people too, but then he actually said clear. Yes, it means people too. And I thought that was really good, because in Clear, season 3, episode 12, they actually had a deleted scene where he actually explained it what clear means to him, to Rick, but they took that out as a deleted scene. So I think it was really cool how he actually said it in this episode to Eastman. He was like, clear anything in my way and all that, and he was saying how it's literally just killing whatever is in your way. And Eastman was like, that's not really a good way to live. But then Morgan was like, well, it kept me alive, and I'm alive today. So, of course, he had his point there, but him becoming different now, him becoming a completely different person, is going to change the story a lot. And the only reason why I thought they showed us that is because something's going to happen with Morgan that is just going to make us, make this episode a lot more important. They always do stuff like that, where there's episodes that don't seem important at the time, but then later on they become important. Like, for example, in Season 4, episode 12, called Still, which a lot of people hated that episode. It was a Daryl and Beth only episode, and it was pretty boring, not really much action or anything like that. But that episode developed Beth so well that it actually mattered when she died. It wouldn't have mattered if they didn't kill her off there, but since they killed her off, it played a way bigger role, that episode. And that episode went from being one of my least favorite to actually being, a decent episode in my opinion. It's not up in there my favorites, but it's not like an awful episode like what I thought it was when I first saw it. But of course they need episodes like that. We're gonna need these episodes, so people gotta stop complaining. Because all I was seeing on Twitter and stuff like that is like, wow, what a letdown of an episode. I thought it was gonna be good, but it sucked. I thought it was a great episode, and I really, really enjoyed the development of Morgan. And of course, it was only development of Morgan. Next week's episode is actually gonna be development of Abraham, Sasha, and Daryl primarily, which is a good thing because I feel like Abraham, Sasha, and Daryl are the ones who got the least amount of development so far this season. Surprisingly, Daryl, yeah, he didn't really have too much, scenes so far this season. So this episode is going to be like his episode, and as well as Abraham and Sasha, which we only got a lot of Abraham and Sasha in like the first episode. We didn't get like any of them in the later episodes. And I really like Abraham and Sasha. I really like their characters, and I'm hoping this episode is going to be really, really good, and it's going to lead into No Way Out and more wolves. I don't think the wolves are all dead. People keep saying that the wolves are all dead, but I don't think they're all dead. And one more prediction I have, and then I'll leave it at that, and then I'll talk about a little bit of other stuff after that. I don't think that wolf is going to just die. Of course, he did reveal, he was bitten and all that, but I don't think he's just gonna, end like that. I think Morgan's gonna let him go and because maybe the wolf's gonna be like, okay, just let me go, let me, move on with my life. I'm gonna die anyways, so let me just go. And he's gonna go, and I think he's gonna get the rest of his wolves, because maybe there's more out there, which I'm thinking, and they're gonna have one more final attack for an episode, and when Rick is actually there. And I think it's going to be just like the comics, where Rick will just mow them down with his gun, and Sasha as well. I think Sasha will be back by then. Maybe this will be like an episode 8 type thing, just to finish the wolf storyline off completely, because I don't think they're going to last for too long. But yeah, that's what I think. And then No Way Out is going to start happening, and we're going to have that go on for Season 6. The second half of Season 6, I think it'll go on for. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys on my next one. Peace out.